So anyway, yeah, I learned how to play the Avatar theme song.
Ooh,
Kalimba.
what a hero!
You want a little taste? You want
I
a little
mean,
taste? Wait, hold on.
absolutely.
Let me try to finagle this in my legs.
Long ago, there were 4 kingdoms that lived in harmony. But that all changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
How are we doing today, Nick?
I'm good. I'm good, Mr. Ward. I'm
yeah.
very excited for this video. So we're huge fans of TLC. As many of you know, this week's 502 Reviews is going back to the extreme cheapskates of TLC. Well, I want to jump in. I don't even want to delay.
Yeah, no, fucking intro, dude. Let's get to the meat, baby.
This one is called Woman Collects Strangers' Odd Socks to Use Instead of Sanitary Pads.
You know, we are cutthroat journalists. We are just top of the line content creators right now.
Oh my god, dude.
The first still looks like a still out of a Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
It does.
Who names their bar the Rusty Nail and then writes it in red rum font? I'm really interested because TLC has this way of about their titles to like kind of reference like one small part of the video and make it look like it's the entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see we'll see where this goes.
She's a good singer. I'll give her that.
That was pretty solid.
That
was pretty solid. I also love the fucking AC/DC bands, dude. I have to say I've never seen those ever sold in a retail store though. Where do they sell those besides Hot Topic?
I'm always looking for a way to stretch my dime. I hate spending money on anything.
Her name is Goldilocks.
She's pretty. That's a stripper
that.
name.
It's
but
awesome.
I think it's great, especially as a stage name. No matter what stage
whatever stage you're on, Goldilocks is great.
Hey, EJ, can I grab 2 empty shot glasses from you? Thank you.
No.
Doug, no.
Oh,
I've seen that on fucking TFM. And if you're doing something recreationally that can be on Total Frat Move, then you're doing something wrong.
And we are 49 seconds in, and that's what they start with.
Well, I just really hope she's not serving that to people.
All right, here we go.
No.
Shot.
No.
Beer.
No.
Goldie's, I mean, she's just about the time.
No.
She didn't tell them. She wasn't like, hey guys, like, or at least they didn't show it.
Maybe this is a predisposed
like they do that all
metal,
the time.
Like bonding scenario. Maybe the bartender allows them to do that for free. They play at the bar. Like when we were playing shows, you get, well, free drinks is a little bit of a reach, but like at the good places, you get free drinks. At the bad places, you at least get a couple drink tokens, dog.
No, she could definitely get a gig that would give her drinks that weren't, like leftovers from other people spilling their shots.
If we've learned anything from these extreme cheapskate videos, it's not about that.
Yeah, it's a weird control thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goldie's, I mean, she's just about the tightest person I've ever met with money. Every penny.
When we're done with the show, I get paid.
You got all that money and you couldn't buy a beer?
Especially
like, come on.
At a bar like that, like get a Gansett for $2 bucks.
Yeah, like what are you doing? Oh, there's so many germs and disgusting. Like that has to be like 15 different alcohols in that little trough. Ugh.
And especially now, like now that everyone on the planet is a germaphobe.
Yeah,
like
right.
A hypochondriac.
Yeah. And rationally so, but it's crazy.
And then I disperse it to my bandmates. Good show, got your money. Here's yours. Here's yours. Here's yours. Awesome. And you still owe me for the mileage from last week when I was running you around. It's $12.11. So
that man threw his fucking eyebrows up so hard he almost popped his eyebrow piercings out, dog.
What the fuck is going on?
Dude, the Walmart brand Slash is just so fed up with this shit. Like, he's
he's like,
fed up.
Yeah. That has to be like not a fun presence to be around. Just someone that's stingy, and especially in a band where money is tight for all of you because you're artists and you're trying to like make it in an industry that doesn't pay you that well. Yeah. This is your career, and the minute you get paid for a show you just did and you're like celebrating with your bandmates, she's like, oh, like I need $12 back and 11 cents because, you know, you owe me for driving you around.
And Mark, $10, 53 cents. What do you got?
Goldie's ruthless. She keeps track of every penny we owe her. This week, she took almost everything I made.
Here you go. Well, there's $2. You made $2.
He got $2 for that show? Come on.
Okay, hold on. Let's do quick math here for a second. He got paid $12 for a show, dog. $12 for a set. I do understand it because like if you're in a band with like 4 people, what's 4 times 12? $60, dude. They're getting paid. No, wait, that's not right. 48. You're getting paid $48 for a fucking set?
I feel like it's more just to perform than it is to get paid. But if this is their only way of making money,
they're not exactly young, aspiring musicians.
She also keeps a close tab on all of her personal costs.
What do you got for me this week?
Got some beauties.
Those fucking heels and the fucking bow, dude.
Oh,
look
dude,
at that. Oh my god.
That didn't even faze me. I think that's a power move. I respect it. Yeah.
I am for that look, dude.
There's always mismatched socks left behind. So now I just keep a basket. We keep them for Goldie.
Women spend $200 or $300 easily a year on feminine products. Easily. That's a scam. This is awesome. I've been known to use them for sanitary napkins.
You know, I
every single day that goes by, I see more and more things. And I'm never, ever prepared for what TLC has to show me.
I understand.
The way they shot that, too.
Yeah, like the angle down, and you see the sock go in her
neon
underwear.
Heels. I don't want to talk about the neon heels anymore now that I've seen them in that context, dude. I get that that's a lot of money for something that you can't control, and that's frustrating.
Absolutely, yeah.
How did she get to the point where she knew the employee at the laundromat well enough to have a preordained arrangement? Like, he knows when Blondie strolls in, well, got to bring the basket of fucking mismatched socks.
What if it's only been like a day and you come back and you're like, oh, I really like that pair of socks. Like, I'm going to go back and get them. And you go and ask and you're like, you know, Goldie just came through. Sorry, it's a tampon sock now. It's a maxi pad sock. I'm so sorry. You came too late. Drawing the conclusion that you can just take a stranger's sock and use it like that is just like, it's beyond me.
Well,
like,
it's recently washed, so I'll give that to her.
Yeah, when I saw the title, I thought it'd be like a Craigslist situation where it's just like, do you have any socks you're not using? Like, let me buy them off you.
I know that employee gets something out of this. Like, he didn't know that he could get any more kinks, and then this blonde rock star shows up in his laundromat asking for strangers' socks to use as tampons. God, I need to stop saying that.
Pads. Yeah, I said that too.
I swear, I
noticed
know about female physiology. I promise. Where is the clitoris?
Where's the clitoris?
I've known Goldie for about a year.
I'm gonna just put those in there.
I guess. It's not gonna hurt. She is always here asking me to throw her clothes in there at the same time. I don't really mind. She's really sweet, but it's just a little ghetto. It's a little weird.
You know I love you. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Just to like, fuck you. Don't.
I think that might be the sweetest woman I've ever seen.
I bet you she just showed up there and then met the regulars.
Like she definitely doesn't know her from
outside of that. No, there's no way.
Laundromat.
Yeah, there's a level of like mooching off your friends and people that just like starts to erode at your like friendships.
I said this for a very long time. I think relationships are like 2 half-full glasses of water, dog. You can keep one filled up and one dry for a little bit, but if it doesn't even out, somebody's going to go thirsty. This is one of those situations. If you have a friend that is mooching everything off of you and not giving anything back, then that's not a friendship. That's a dependency. That's a parasitic relationship, you know? So you come to this channel to get knowledge dropped.
Yeah. That's why you're here. That's why you're here.
I love the double standard too, that she makes her friends pay for 50 cents on the gallon for gas, but then she expects her other friends to like not bat an eye when they're doing their own laundry. That's not contradictory at all.
A 2,500 square foot home in Nashville costs around $300,000. But for Goldie, there had to be cheaper options.
I live in an old hospital that I just renovated myself.
That's fresh as fuck, but also super murdery.
That's horror movie fuel. But
unless she does it right, that could
let's not judge too quickly.
Well, okay. Over under, what do you want to bet? I say it's horror. Well,
I think it's
feel like we're both going to put our chip on horror movie.
Yeah, I think it's.
But I'd like to see it like this gorgeous renovated home.
That I didn't want to pay for the space, so I asked my realtor to find me a space nobody else would want.
That looks awesome.
That was cool.
It looks cool.
I gotta say, I'm not wild about the decor. A little too Victorian for me. I'm more of a modern chic type of man. But like, as far as old hickory hospitals go, pretty solid.
This used to be a hospital room, but now it's my bedroom. When I came in here for the first time, there was IV stands, cots, medical supplies.
That's awesome.
Oh my God, look at that headboard.
You can renovate a hospital this much, but you can't afford shots and beers and laundry.
You can't do your own fucking laundry.
Okay, this is my living room. And this is where I do all my entertaining, have my friends over. Every piece of furniture that you see in this room I either got out of the garbage or a thrift store.
What do you think her having people over and entertaining them is like? Like, what do you think their activities are?
It's BYOE. Bring your own everything. If you step foot in this fucking house and expect me to give you, she charges for tap water.
Water bill.
A timer. And make sure how long people are staying, and then splits the cost of the electrical bill.
She has rent per hour. So when you're in there, you have to pay like $10 just for like.
It's a percentage of the rent that she pays, but like.
To get this place, to renovate it and make it a livable space, I know it would have been over 75 grand. I did it for under 10.
That's insane.
I love it.
I gotta say, for a lot of these, I think it's like detrimental to the way that they live and all of that shit. But from a like, speaking as a fucking production designer who is fishing shit out of the trash to put in movies and stuff, I could fucking learn a thing or two from her, dude.
Yeah, I will say it definitely shows people's like ingenuity. This is cool, like seeing something renovated. The part I have a problem with extreme like cheapskates and people saving money like this is it usually negatively affects a lot of the people around you, which is the part that's bad. The bad things I see are just, the woman at the laundromat and the bandmates that make no money because she charges them so much to drive around. That's why I see this stuff as like negative and worthy of being made fun of.
Well, I think even positive things are worthy of being made fun of.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But look at what being a cheapskate does to you.
Yeah.
Lets you flourish.
Yes.
And also take advantage of your friends.
I know my bandmates would just probably prefer to just go pay for a space, call it a day. I don't see the need.
Well, you know, I have a buddy that has a cheap rehearsal space.
Yeah, well, cheap is cheap. It's not free.
Can we at least turn the air on?
No. You know, hey, stop. You know the rules.
These guys are just suffering in this band, dude. Can we just get a room with like 4 walls and a ceiling and outlets? No,
Yeah,
it's not
absolutely.
free.
She definitely rented that space at the end of It Follows, like in the
It's a
middle, when she
dilapidated.
wakes up in the middle of that fucking dilapidated building in a chair. That space. Sorry, spoilers if you haven't seen that movie, which you fucking should, and it's your fault. It's been out for like 5 years.
So you know what? We revoke that spoiler alert.
Yeah, fuck you. But but like the thing is, I would maybe understand this in more of a less creative industry, but creation and creating music and art is innately a personal relationship with the environment that you're around and how you interact with the world and how you see things, right?
Totally.
And you're emulating that through art and through music. But if you're in a fucking trash can, how are you going to get inspired? How? If you're constantly worried about how fucking sweaty you are or how you can't see your frets, like how the fuck are you going to make some good jams? In the music industry, you're your own business. And if you don't invest in your own business, then you can't grow and you can't change and you can't adapt to the, you know, the demands of being more and more successful. It's crazy to me that some people just don't understand. If you don't make investments, you can't see gains. I wonder what they would look like if they actually practiced in a fucking studio.
Can we at least roll a window down?
Nope, you can't roll the window down, Brandon. I told you about the windows. I know the band would probably prefer to be cruising down the highway with the windows down and being cool, but that creates drag, and that makes the gas mileage even less.
What amount of drag? Come on.
You're in a fucking 10-foot van.
I think smaller cars, that's a bigger issue. But it's not even an issue. Like,
no, it's not.
That's
a made-up issue.
Yeah, it's totally made up. There's no way that contributes anything to gas.
We're going to post a fucking article right here that completely proves her point. Like, just
right.
Like assholes.
We're so wrong.
Look at this.
What is this?
This is awesome.
This
doesn't cost anything. This is it. Come on. We got it. Let's go. I'm going to find any place and every place that I can to practice in for free. I'm as passionate about being cheap as I am music.
That's wrong. You shouldn't be that passionate about being cheap as your career.
Look, I just think all of this shit could be fixed with, she has a home to practice at. If she has a house to do all of this shit and she's worried about a couple dollars on electricity, but she's putting her bandmates out here.
Yeah, they look like they're all about to smoke meth or get knifed. And I loved that, wait, I want to go back like a second.
A place that I can to practice in for
I love that.
In that half second of vulnerability, she really rethinks how fucking cheap she is.
I don't care what anybody thinks about my cheap penny pinching ways. I don't care.
I hope that these people get their butts on Spotify and fucking pop off and get that fucking streaming revenue, baby.
And then splurge out on some tampons, maxi pads. Yeah, beer shots that are fresh, not used. No used beer or alcohol.
None. Shit, that was a good one, Nick.
I thought that was good.
Good shit. I'm very happy with that video. It's a nice fork in the road from what we usually do, because what we usually do is all cringe.
Yeah.
This had a lot of redeeming qualities, you know, this video. So I really hope the best for these people, man. I'm glad that you enjoyed. I'm not saying I hope you enjoyed anymore, because I know you.
It's just super. We gotta crank up the arrogance. Yeah, like I know it was sick, so
I'm not even gonna tell you to hit that fucking sub button, because I know your finger's already on there.
Yeah, I know you already did. You know.
Pussy.
Speaking of subs.
Thank
you, Jake Samek.
Yo, what's up,
Jakey
boy?
Thanks, man.
Lansing's friend.
Yeah. The rest that we received were not public, so if I missed you, just be sure to comment below just so I know to shout you out in the next one. Thank you guys for watching. We hope you enjoyed. If you liked the video, make sure to like and sub. We try to put videos out every 2 weeks, and if you sub at the end of the video, I will shout you out.
Okay.
All right.
Like and subscribe.